Namaste, my name is Dio and welcome to my channel. Today we'll talk a little about introducing spirituality to your children. Okay, and how you can do that, how you can start talking to them about spirituality and how you can make it interesting for them, and mainly the importance behind it. So if you've noticed, or if you go back to somebody's history who's now on a spiritual path, and if you see your own story behind this, all of us have gone through a traumatic experience that has pushed us towards spirituality. Okay, that experience could be related to our career and finances, it could be related to our relationship or our health or somebody else's health. Okay, where we start questioning the why behind it, that why is this happening, why is this happening, why is this happening to me, why am I going on with this experience, and the basic energy of that curiosity of why, which is forcing us towards this direction. The larger picture behind it is that experience is pushing us towards the larger question: why am I here, what is my purpose over here on this planet? Okay, what is the larger picture of me being over here? Okay, which is leading us to spirituality. That's when we start picking up books, we start reading things, we start meeting people, and everything starts pushing us towards the direction which is our true purpose of being on this planet. Okay, but does it have to be always so traumatic? If you see, it'll always start happening to people from the age of 25 and 60. Between that age group is where things don't go our way and we start questioning it. So why does it have to be so traumatic? Okay, a materialistic distraction is taken away from us for us to lead over here. So what made us get distracted from the spiritual path in the first place? Okay, let's go back to that then. So when a child is born, okay, the soul is there in that small child that's wrapped around, put in a cot. Okay, that child has more experience than you. Okay, you in time being on this planet have forgotten your spiritual essence. Okay, but this child that is wrapped around where you think is nothing, just like a lump lying over there, has a lot of spiritual knowledge. Okay, the veil between the material world and the spirit world is extremely thin. So that child is communicating with the spirit world brilliantly. Okay, seeing the angels, talking to them through telepathy, knowing what they're saying. Now what happens is, when that child is communicating, you've come and put something on that cot which you think is very interesting and could be interesting for the child, which starts rotating, which becomes like a distraction for that child. Okay, does that child need that? No, that's just for you. The child is getting distracted. The child speaking to the angels and his guide and is getting some more information of what it needs to do and how it can handle things. And here you've come and put something that's rotating around your head. Can you imagine now if you're meditating and you're deeply engrossed in it, somebody comes and puts something around your head which is all rattly and makes noise and it's got this weird music going on? How annoying can that be? So that's the same thing that's happening with that child. So this is how we are distracting them from the spirit world. Okay, you've got all these rattles that you come and chuk, you're tossing the baby up and down, and the child doesn't need that at that point. That doesn't mean you're not loving them. Probably this is what real love is, to let them be, figure out what they're doing. Okay, you don't need to distract them. So even when the child starts crawling, you fill that entire room with so many toys where the child can have so much more fun interacting with the spirit world. The child is now distracted with all those pink toys and purple toys and blue toys and big soft toys and all those things. So if you limit those part from that child is going to be growing up with all the spiritual knowledge intact. Okay, so eventually when the child reaches the age group between 25 and 60 and has to go through all those blockages that are going to come in their life, it's not going to be so traumatic. The transition to the spirit world is going to be much more smoother. Okay, so how do you start introducing your children to spirituality? I mean, if you're going to start talking to them about, okay, this is what spirit world is and consciousness is, it's just going to go above their head. Okay, we would have never understand. So many grown-ups don't understand all of this. So how do you introduce it to them? Like Dalai Lama says, if every child is made to meditate for at least 5 minutes or 3 minutes in a day, there won't be any crime. But can you imagine, like a 5-year-old child, you try to make them sit in one place is so difficult. Again, grown-ups can't do it. They don't understand the meaning of meditation. So how do you introduce that 5-year-old child to meditation? That's the right age where you can start introducing it to them. Okay, now this technique is used to explain meditation and what meditation is to everyone. Okay, now I'm going to try this with you. I want you to focus on my finger, okay, just the top part of the finger, and follow it where it goes. Okay, now you successfully meditated. Okay, when you are looking at my finger, did you think about your wife, your husband, your career, your health, other issues in your life, the good things, the bad things? No, you didn't. You were so focused over here. So that's how you need to do it with your child. Okay, just make them sit. Make it interesting for them. That's up to you how interesting you make it, how fun you make this entire act. Don't use the word focus. The minute you use the first word focus, it sounds like a punishment to a lot of people. Like, okay, now I have to do something. I have to like focus over here. Just tell them to look over here. Okay, so start doing this when your child is like 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old. Make them sit for a minute. Okay, just a minute. Don't even do the finger thing now. Just make them sit. Let them run away after that. They don't need to be asking you anything. They don't need to be telling you anything. They just need to be sitting quietly. Okay, then after some time, you increase the time period to 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. That's it, not more than that. And then you introduce the finger thing to them. Okay, do this a couple of times, like once a week is good enough, twice a week is good enough. Okay, slowly when they start growing up is when you start talking to them about meditation, how they can do it much better. Educate yourself firstly before you start educating them, and eventually they will find their own way towards spirituality. But the only thing is now they are ready for that transition that happens. Okay, there will be blockages in their lives. The love of your life, that small little tiny baby is going to grow up and go through their own shit in their life. But the only thing is now you've prepared them for the transition to be much more smoother. Okay, so with the regular education where 2 plus 2 is 4 is going to remain behind over here once they move on from this life. Like you will move on, they will move on to another life. But that spiritual knowledge that they get is going to stay forever. To the next life, to the next realm, to the next dimension that they go to. 2 plus 2 stays here. Okay, so education that we receive from a school and college and university is extremely important, but not more important than spiritual knowledge. That's the only reason why we are here. Okay, so yeah, try this out with your children. Introduce them to spirituality in a fun way. All they need to do is just sit down. 2 minutes. This friend of mine tried it with her daughter when she was 5, when she was 6 years old. And I remember telling me that, we just laughed because it was so weird for us. But she said the best part is my child didn't need her books, her phone or anything to watch to laugh. She was just laughing. Both of us just sat in front of us and laughed because we found it so strange that we were sitting in front of each other and we were quiet. But now that the child is in her teens, in her early teens, okay, her personality has changed. Her entire mannerism towards people and life is completely changed for good. Okay, and she can make out that difference. She says she's much more mature than me. Her outlook towards life is much more than any other grown-up. That doesn't mean that the child's become a boring person and talks like a grown-up and all. No, she has a fun, she does everything, but there's a different level of handling all those things in her life. Okay, so it's really important to introduce spirituality to your children. Don't take it away from them firstly by distracting them with all those things when they're tiny in that cord. Don't distract them from it. Don't toss them around up and down. Just let them be for some time. Okay, so if you like this video, give it a like. Please try this out and subscribe to my channel. Till I see you again, have a good life. Namaste.